Hello,
I like your
hello.
video. That's
Thank
great.
you. That's just right around, that's where I live, and that's where I go to play and fly high. And hello, everybody out in the chat. Welcome. I'm Terry Lee, pure visionary psychic medium, and I'm here with the fabulous Shari from Voices from the Swamp. Hi,
Hi,
Shari.
y'all.
I'm always
Trying.
excited when I have a show with Shari because she's an excellent reader, and I think we're going to
Well,
have a
thank you,
really
ma'am.
exciting day today.
I had a private reading last week. A lady contacted me. Come to find out, she lives in town. We work at the same place.
Oh my
We're one
goodness.
building apart from each other.
Oh my
And it was so
goodness.
cool because I was able to walk over to her office
Oh,
and do a real face-to-face reading. And I've
face
never
to
done one of
face.
those before, except
Yeah.
with family and friends in the
Mhm.
beginning when I was practicing. And so it was so cool. I mean, things were just flowing and going, and it was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yes,
And
there's a
that morning when I left for work,
Mhm,
and I was trying to pick out a couple of decks of cards to bring with me,
mhm.
and I kept picking up this one deck, and then I'd put it back and say, no, not that deck. And Spirit would have me go back and get that deck. I did
Yeah.
this like 5 times, and finally I said, okay, I'll bring it with me. So we did the reading and everything with, my tarot cards. And then I pulled out a couple of oracle decks
Mhm.
to just pull some and see what we got.
Right.
And one of the decks, the one that I went back for 5 times, the minute she saw it, her eyes lit up. She said, oh, you got a fairy deck? And I was like, that's why Spirit had me go back and get this deck. And so I pulled some from that, and it
Wow.
really resonated with her. And then very clearly I heard in my head, it belongs to her now. And so I
Oh.
put the cards back in the deck, back in the box.
Oh.
And I said, this is yours. And she's like, oh, I can't take that. I said, no, this is for you.
Oh.
That's why Spirit kept making me go back and get the deck.
Isn't
I said,
that
it's
amazing?
a counterfeit deck that I bought off of Temu before I even knew that that's what they were selling. I
Mhm,
said, so I've slowly been replacing all of them with the real decks. I
mhm.
said, so, but I'll use these to carry around with me because I don't
Right.
care if they get messed up. And I said, but now I know why Spirit had me go back 5 times with
Mhm.
this deck for you, because it was for you, because
That
she's just starting to learn.
Yes.
And so I was like,
Wonderful.
so this is you. Here's a practice deck to go practice with. And she was tickled, and it just felt so right.
Mhm.
When you get that feeling where it's just like you ring all the bells, that's
Yes,
what it
yes.
felt like.
I was just going to say that's a great thing for all of us to consider, is that when you're being moved by spirit, when your guides are nudging you, you feel it. And you
Oh, yeah.
it's a leap of faith to just do it. And that's what we as readers have to do too, because when I get things like in my clairaudience, I hear things in my ears. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense to me, or I'll see something in a reading and I just have to blurt it out, and then it connects with the person on the other side. It's something special. And that's
Yeah.
that validation that yes, your guides are with you, your loved ones are with you, and it's that wonderful, wonderful blessing. So what a nice thing to happen. I actually have a fairy deck myself, and I love it.
Well, it was, I think it's a Colette Baron Reed deck. I haven't replaced that deck yet. So she's got the only one I had of it, but it was
Mhm.
Oracle of the Fairies is the name
Oh,
of the
okay.
deck. And it's a
Beautiful.
beautiful deck with beautiful artwork.
Uh-huh.
And it's on my list of decks of cards to get. Because like I said, I've been slowly replacing all the counterfeit decks I bought for $2-3 a piece with the actual decks, because I didn't realize that the cheap decks that you could get like on Temu and some of the other places
Mhm.
were counterfeit, and that the authors of those decks don't get the money from that.
Oh, I did not know that.
And
Wow.
I didn't know that either. And I was like,
Mhm.
well, that's not very good karma, is it? And so I kind of quit
Aw.
using all of them and started replacing them a little at a time as I had the extra money.
Mhm.
And so I've given away several of the decks in there, just, use it as a practice deck, something to,
Right.
make it work for the good, so to speak.
Absolutely. What a good
And
idea. I want to pause a little bit here and welcome everybody to the show. G. Covington, Jenny Blinn, A. Hi, A. Um, let's see. Oh, and I do have your questions starred. If you were here earlier and you got your question in early, thank you. That helps. And so I was able to start a good deal of questions even before the show began. I also want to say hi, Hugger Greeter TK. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, yes. Imelda and Amber A. Wow. It's so beautiful to see you all here. And welcome to all of those who are simulcasting and joining in from Sherry's channel. So this is a wonderful thing that we can do together.
absolutely.
KK, hi. And Maria is receiving abundance. Boy, do I love that handle, Maria. That's perfect. That's really great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, and KK, I see your question. I do have that starred. We have 7 starred already. I'll go down a little
Wow.
further. And Lise, okay, great. Well, I'm just going to let a little more time pass so some people can come in. I'll put a little banner up while we're chatting so that if you're new to joining us on our other readers on YouTube, you can understand that we do take questions from the chat. And it's helpful if you
Uh,
put them in caps and emojis.
we got a Sarabi Kamari who wants to know if they can ask a question.
Okay, let me jump
Um,
back into the comments over here. Oh,
just
yeah.
just popped in on my channel, so
Oh, okay. I'm
and
not seeing that. Do you have a
uh,
timestamp on that, Sherry?
it would be 2:27 your time,
Okay, I got
or
2:30.
2:37. I mean, excuse me.
I see Sherry saying hi to her, but I don't see her question or
No,
the
she didn't put a question in. She just
oh,
asked if she could ask.
oh, I see it now. There it is. I have about a 3-second delay, so that's probably
Yeah,
what happened.
yep.
We have to do that because sometimes things get going so fast we can't keep up.
Oh God, yes. It's
Thanks for letting me know about
You
that.
go on some of those great big channels where they've got like 1 million
Well,
subscribers, and the chat, there's a few of them that I'll go listen to for astrology stuff.
yes, yeah,
And their chat rolls so fast you
yeah.
can't read a sentence. It's like, I don't know how they manage to
I
pull
don't know
things
unless
out
they
of
have
it,
a delay. There's
Either
no
that
way
or
to
else
do
they've
it.
got somebody working backstage
Oh, yes.
that just deals with the chat.
Hey, wouldn't that be nice? I like
Yeah,
that. That'd be cool.
Mel does
Oh,
that. Aiden does
although
that for Mel. So
oh, yeah.
when Mel goes live, Aiden works backstage for him to keep up with all his stuff so he doesn't have to
Mhm.
deal with it.
That's nice. I kinda like the
Nice.
personal touch of watching people coming in and hoping that I can catch everything.
Oh, me too.
I do wanna mention, before we start reading that, I will and Sherry will be watching the live chat while we're reading, kind of out of the
Mhm.
corner of our eye. So if you have a validation for us, you can say yes, no, and if we're wrong, you can say, "You guys are out of the ballpark," and we can
That's it.
zoom back in
That
and
helps big
it
time.
it does. It really
Yeah.
does. And, we really wanna make sure we've got the right soul because believe it or not, sometimes I call them
Names help
hijackers.
too.
Sometimes you can get a soul in that is, waiting to see somebody else, but you'll start getting their message first. So
Yeah.
I've got that
Yeah.
set. I hope everybody's feeling okay. I was just starting to tell Sherry, I have been having the wildest dreams and kind of fitful
Really.
sleep ever since we had those major solar flares. But it's almost like it's retroactive in the sense that they came and it was exciting and it was wild. And then the sleeplessness and the wild dreams started coming later, like a couple days after everything had settled down. Interesting.
I haven't had really wild dreams, but we've had some wild weather over here
Oh,
the
yeah.
last several days. I know Monday night I had to cancel the lives that I had with Mel and Arthur
Mhm.
that we do twice a month, because we were like under tornado warning, not even a
Oh,
watch, but
gosh, dear.
warning.
Yeah.
And at one point I was texting with Mel, I think it was,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Well, no, don't worry about it. We'll catch up another day." And I'm like, "Okay." And my phone, the alarm went off, and I said, "Okay, they're telling us to take cover." And he's like, "Go take cover right now."
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, "I'm
Oh,
going to the bathroom right now."
how does that feel? I mean, I've never been in tornado country. We have
Um,
forest fires here in the mountains, so that's what we have to
yeah,
watch out for.
I'm I don't know, it's weird. It's like it doesn't really freak me out like it does some people, but
Mhm.
probably because I grew up with it.
Okay.
Just like with
Oh, your
hurricanes.
whole life. Yeah.
Hurricanes don't bother me. I mean, it's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's coming." You do what you need to do to prepare, and then you just gotta wait, see what happens.
Right.
Um, and some people are like, "Oh my god, why aren't you leaving?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going anywhere. That's silly."
Well,
Now, if
so
I was, like, down on the beach and it was a Cat 5 coming at me, yeah, then I would pack up and leave, but other than that, I've ridden out every hurricane I've ever been through, so I'm fine.
wow. Well, you're trusting your
And,
intuition. Yeah.
exactly. I just never got the thing of leave and leave now,
Mhm.
so, um,
I
and
have.
yeah, and
And then
I
pretty soon
can't
you get the
do with
warning and
fire.
you've got
That
to
would
leave. Yeah.
terrify me, fire,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
um, I know Arthur was laughing and says, "Well, you could come here and deal with earthquakes," and I'm like, "Nope." The thought of the earth shaking and opening up, that terrifies me, but he's like,
Yeah.
"But thunderstorms don't bother you," and I'm like, "Nope." I grew up with them, so,
Mhm.
I
That's
enjoy
interesting.
sitting out on the porch and watching them come in, the
Wow.
lightning and everything.
Oh,
I
yeah. I
used
do
to
like
be
to watch
I
them on
used to
video.
be
They're
terrified. I used to
yeah.
be terrified of storms,
Mhm.
since I was a child, and my
Yeah.
late husband was fascinated by him, and so when a
Mhm.
storm would come in, he would, like, make a pot of coffee and go sit out on the porch, and let's watch the storm come in,
Yeah.
and it took several years before I got comfortable enough to actually sit outside with him, and
Mhm.
over the years, my fear of storms went away, and now I still do the same thing. I go sit outside and watch it come in,
That must be quite
and,
a feeling. The air actually
it
changed.
is. Oh, you
It
can
gets
feel it.
supercharged. Yeah.
Yeah, you can
We get
feel it.
that with the mountain thunderstorms, and we like to go
Yeah.
out and watch those too. Okay. Well, all right. Let's see. I'm just going to jump right in over here because we've got a lot of questions. And I do want to say, everyone, we try to answer every question we get. We have 12 on the board right now. So I'm not sure we're going to get to take any more. So if you haven't had your question in yet, please know, though, that we have other shows and we're always willing to read for you, that we want to give
Absolutely.
every question the attention that we possibly can with these little mini readings. It's kind of hard. And if you want
I'll be
really
back
deep dive
on.
information,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll be
Do
back on for, like, personal questions, Saturday night. Regular Saturday night, my
mhm.
night owl slumber party that I do every Saturday
I
night now
see that,
at
and it is
11 PM.
late. Oh,
At 11 PM at night is when I start Central Time.
that's cool.
And the first couple of times I did it as a pop-up and everybody loved it. All these people were showing up and I was like, "Why
Yeah.
aren't y'all in bed?" And they were like, "Well, we're awake like you are." So, and it just became, after a couple of times, everybody was like, "Oh, you gotta do this regularly." So I
Cool.
decided, okay, let's make a show. What are we gonna call it? And I
Wow.
let the chat kind of give me the thoughts on what to name it,
Mhm.
and I took several different people's suggestions and kind of melded them together and came up with a night owl slumber party. And
Well, that's beautiful,
tomorrow
Sherry.
night I'm gonna have Helen Irish Granny Tarot on with
Oh, I
me.
love her. I
So
gotta have her on my show. She's amazing. She's a lot of fun.
she's so sweet. She's
Mhm.
just the sweetest thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay, well, let's get started. We're gonna start off with G. Covington. Big question
yay.
here. Oh, I remember. Okay, you got some job stuff going on. She says, I just started a new job 30 days ago. I feel like I have jumped from one frying pan to another. The new is more toxic than the last. Should I start looking for a new job? All right, G.
I heard
Covington.
very clearly in my head when I read that. That's a placeholder. You're in a placeholder right now
Mhm.
because
Okay.
you're going to find a job easier when you're working than when you're not working. Don't tell me why that is. I don't know. But it's true.
All right. Well, I'm tuning in with my Labradorite. So, Shari, when you're ready, you can go. And I'm just going to shift my.
I'm
Uh,
using 2 brand new decks here. So
ooh, how exciting!
I'm using the Animal Guides Tarot by Radley Valentine and the new this one just came out, Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle.
Ooh, I like
I
that.
have not used either of these yet, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see what we get. Okay. Okay, G, what I got for you, the first thing I pulled was the Ace of Earth, the Calico Cat. And it says, you can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job, a promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. So, me hearing before I even pick the cards up, you're in a placeholder. And this is telling you there's something better coming. And then I pull the King of Water, which is this lovely penguin. And it says, warm hearted, devoted, loving, and faithful. It says, a trustworthy person or relationship is going to enter your life, and you may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. And I ended it with this one I got to look up because I don't know. Altar of Fire,
Ooh,
which
that's a
is good
beautiful card.
juju.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, be inspired. There is something in the air, and it is your success. Great things are happening. Claim your moment. Embrace the rebirth in love, health, money, and happiness. Be big, be bold. You're manifesting wonderful outcomes. Be ready to expand and evolve.
Wow.
So, every card I pull for you is telling you there is something really big coming. You're in a placeholder. Even if you stay in the same company and just move into a different position. But yeah, something's coming.
All right. Thank you, Shari. Well, G. Covington, your guides came through to me right away. The first thing they gave me was this beautiful feeling of the pink. They bring that in. That's their way of saying, be sure to pass on our tender love to you. Now, the next thing that I felt was a beautiful sense of wisdom. They're wanting to say to you that you are surrounded by love. You are protected by love. Your spirit, your soul is very strong, and there is a calm. Oh, and wow, just like what we were talking about, the calm of a storm. You can have the calm in the storm. You are there to be a blessing to those people that are there with you right now. This may be temporary, but know this, that you are there to be a blessing to them and a blessing to yourself, because as you bless others, the blessings come back to you. Don't let, I'm hearing them say, don't let them ruffle your feathers. Stay the course and know that you are completely protected and surrounded by love. No bad energies are able to affect you unless you allow them in and have fear of them. Know how powerful you are. Know how great your life plan is that lies ahead of you, and we are with you. Continue to manifest the job of your dreams. Continue to manifest the life of your dreams and feel it coming your way because it most surely is. Have no fear in this situation. And I'm feeling just a really good, solid spiritual love for you right now. It's just, it feels rock solid and it feels good. So stay the course and know that you're a blessing to these people right now. And everything happens for a reason, dear. And you're blessing them, and you will be blessed for it. Ooh, I got chills. That was a good one to start with. And I hope that, oh, you're welcome, G. Covington. Sending you much love, dear, and know that all is well. Sometimes life does that.
Absolutely.
And
And Juno just popped in the chat.
oh, hi,
Hi,
Juno.
Juno. I was
Hey,
telling everybody about your party on Sunday. So
congratulations, Juno. How exciting is that? That's great.
2 years old.
All right. Okay, next up, we have Miss Nan. Thank you, Miss Nan. We love having you on the channel. We appreciate your support. Miss Nan says, hi, Terry and Shari. My brother Steve passed away 12 years ago. Does he have anything he would like to tell me? He was very religious and judgmental, as are all of my family. Okay, dear. Well, we'll be watching the live so you can validate. And Miss Nan is here. So anytime you're ready, Shari.
The first thing I heard was I was wrong. It's so much better. I think he was blown away with just the immenseness, just how large everything is once you get into spirit. And then it's not all the little rules and steps and stuff that you have to take, but it's just becoming part of pure love. And I think that's why he was saying I was wrong, because he was judgmental of those around him who didn't follow the exact steps he followed, to only realize once he crossed that that's not necessary. It's all what's in here. It's what's in your heart. And that's all that matters. All the little steps are redundant.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Okay. Well, Miss Nan,
Wow,
I've
that was
got,
strong.
yeah, I definitely have a soul here. And he's stepping forward and I'm asking him first for some validation for you. And he's giving me the feeling, the sense that he was an outdoorsman. It's interesting because he keeps wanting to say, I was this way, but I was that way. But I'm asking him for validation. So he's saying that he had many fine qualities. And I'm hearing him say, even though I was wrong, I did have many fine qualities. Was he an outdoorsman, a person who liked to be outdoors, outdoor activities? Can you help me validate that, Miss Nan? If that's not the case, then I want to make sure I get it right. He wants you to know that in his heart, he strived to be right. He wanted to be right all the time. I felt like it was my responsibility to be right. And that's why I embraced the right and the wrong of it. That's why I had no understanding of the things that were of love and understanding from the creator. It's like he's showing me black and white.
She
And
says that,
oh, she wants to know what his fine qualities were.
she says, "I wish I
Of
knew what
course,
his
right,
fine qualities were. Not really
right.
outdoors, but always
Okay.
right."
I just saw, like, being outside in the woods or maybe, fishermen or, not, throwing axes or anything. But what he's showing me is black and white, and now it's like this, black and white. And he didn't know how to understand that wasn't something that wasn't told to him that was the right thing. And he's saying that he didn't understand that human beings have very complicated emotions and lives. And so I had to judge from my point of view. And all I knew was that it was important for me to be right. He's, wow, putting that right in my face. He wants you to know now, though, because I asked him to validate. He wants you to know now, though. And I'm going to just tune in to make sure I get exactly what he's saying. He wants you to now know that he is understanding the all of it, the love of it, the light of it. And know this, that we all plan to come in together, to be together as a family. Know this, that I truly loved you. I truly love you now. Even though you felt the harshness of my judgment, I know I was wrong and I truly loved you. I felt it was my job to tell everyone who and what they should be. Okay. But he's giving me the feeling that he's been trying to send you he's been trying to send you some messages through things happening in your life. He says, "Watch for these because you're you're closing the door to him and he wants to come through and show you. He wants to come through and bring messages to you that he loves you tenderly and is very sorry. And he wants to ask you not to shut the door."
She
And
says
that
that he's always thinking he's right. That's how he was.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he definitely put that in my face. But I
Yeah,
asked him to validate that,
that was the first thing I heard was I was wrong.
Yeah. So
Him admitting that his narrow-minded view was
mhm.
wrong because it was all
Oh,
so much more.
okay, and she also says, and Miss Nan, we've all been there.
Mm,
Um, uh,
amen.
my father, was an alcoholic and had violent issues, and I want you to know it took some time, but the way I got over it, and I'm not saying this happens this way for everybody or has to, I would take drives in the country and just talk out loud to him, and
Yeah.
somehow we began to work it out. And I also had to take a look at the things that he gifted me with. Even though things were hard, he gave me a love for music. He gave me a love for animals, love for the mountains, a love for nature. We can always look for the little tiny good things that we did have with them. And good luck with opening that door because once I did it, it was so it was so healing. It was
Yeah.
like a flower blossomed in my soul. It freed me. And I understood too that he was a soul on this planet experiencing everything just like we are. We're all here learning. We're all here learning. And even though he was judgmental, you don't have to be judgmental of him.
Mhm.
So there you go. I hope that helps from the bottom of my heart, dear. And thank you. It was an honor to read for you. Okay. Thank you very much. And we're going to go on to A. Yay. Hi, A. Oh, what message do you have for me? I feel depressed. Is it Eliza? I'll say Eliza, and if that's not right, you can let me know on the live, okay? Okay. I had to shake loose. That last reading was very powerful. I'm gonna have a cup of tea and kind of shift gears here. Okay, we'll be watching the live, and you can let us know how you feel about that. Okay.
Touch. Okay. Well, I pulled 2 Earth cards for you. First was the Page of Earth, which is the tabby cat. Who doesn't love a tabby, right? And it says cheerful, reliable, intelligent, and mischievous. Yeah, I got a tabby. That's her through and through. It says a wonderful opportunity is coming your way. Seize the chance to learn something exciting
Nice.
or start a more rewarding and uplifting career if you're maybe stuck in a rut. And then I pulled the King of Earth, which is the Irish cob horse.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, I know. I love horse. I love this deck. This is great. Says compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded. It says everything's going to turn out great. Keep that thought in your head. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible. And money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. And then from Secrets of the Ancestors, I pulled the Chiefess, strength tested. And it says, you're being tested, but you've got it. Confront your fears and insecurities with courage. Trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Stand up for yourself and express your needs clearly while maintaining grace and respect for others. It says you walk in strength and fortitude. You will not only survive your current challenges, you will thrive.
That's beautiful.
That's a great message.
I like that.
This deck.
Okay. Oh, well, Abe, the first thing I heard, I've got some there. You get okay. I've got I heard and felt love for you, and you're surrounded with your guides' love. They're telling me though that you're carrying some kind of a heavy burden. That's just what I heard. It's a heavy burden. It's a heavy burden you bear, and we're here to help you with it. And I'll be watching the live. If you can validate that, that's fine. This is what they're telling me is this is something from the past, and it may not be apparent to you. It may not be at the top of your mind, but it's something that's deep inside, and it has to do with trust. We want you to know that you've been hurt in the past, and we want you to know that it's in your nature and in your heart of love to trust. And when trust is given, and if it is not returned with love or gratitude, the trust was the gift. And that's what we want you to give. That is your purpose, to give trust and love. Don't feel that you are wrong for that. Don't feel that you have to hold back, because you have a loving heart, and we are very, very honored to be committed to guide you through this lifetime. Oof. They really sent a chill with that one. They are also telling me to do the tarot cards, and that's usually when they have a specific message that might take a while for me to get to, but the cards can bring it right to the forefront. So let's do that. And if Eliza, if you want to validate that in any way, let me know. But we'll see what the cards have to say. Okay. First card, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that's a beautiful card. This is the Tarot Beauty deck. This is being grounded and down to earth. This is a very stable card, a stable person, someone who's motherly, and that might be the nature that they're talking about in you, that is giving and that you want to care and love for people. Let me know how you feel about that. Second card is the Seven of amazes me how the cards tell the story, isn't it? This is the Seven of Swords. This is about sneakiness. It's about lying. It's about things being stolen. It's also about backstabbing. So if you're this person and things have happened in your life that have hurt you, that's what this card represents. And you might have to do a little soul searching to figure this out, but this is what they're saying. Now, oh my goodness, I love this card. This is the Magician. You are powerful. You do have resources available to you to bless others, to grow, to progress, and to do your purpose here on planet Earth. We all have a purpose, every single one of us. And we have that desire come up in our hearts when we begin to discover spirituality and we begin to reach out to the universe, to our guides. For that purpose, we get the answer. And they're telling you, you've got power, you've got creativity, and you can take action. So that's the message that they're giving me. I don't know, Eliza, if you realize what this is about right now. But if you don't, I encourage you to take a little soul searching and get through it. And really appreciate reading for you today. Thank you for your question. Okay, I'm going back to the starred questions. Okay, they're telling me to tell you a little story. I had the wildest dream last night. You know, we work on ourselves all the time. And sometimes you think, I got all that covered. I'm past that. I understand all this and why it came into my life and yada, yada, yada. Well, last night I had the wildest dream. It was so wild that I woke up and went, what was that about? What was that about? That's just a really strange dream. And so I kind of had some deep breathing and did some meditation and said, would you please let me know? Because I know this dream was important. I don't always remember my dreams. And the guides called me and showed me that this dream was about the fact, and I was able to recognize what was happening and went, oh, that happened in my childhood. Okay, I got it. It's not about the person I was dreaming about, but the whole feeling of the whole dream was I didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
I didn't feel safe. When I was a little girl, I did not feel safety. And they wanted to bring that to me. And I said, okay, well, I kind of thought I was past that. And they're saying, no, you still have a little bit of work left to do. And so I accepted that. And I said, I'll bring that into my soul and I'll work on that if you guys will help me. And that's what can happen sometimes in our life. Things can come up and we'll go, wow, I didn't even know. But, it's a blessing when we get that message. So thank you very much for your question. And we're going to move on to Shannon. Hi, Shannon. All right, Shannon Lay. My grandmother Sue passed away. Does she have a message for me? And I'm going back to the live. We'll be watching that. Shannon, okay? Okay. All right. So, okay, Sherry, when you're ready, you can go right ahead.
Well, we're starting off with the Six of Earth, the kiwi. I didn't even know there was an animal called a kiwi, but there you go.
I did. I have an Australian friend.
Oh, okay. It's
Or New
Australia.
Zealand, I think that's where they're
All right.
from.
But it talks about there are successes and blessings that have come along that have allowed you to kind of pay off your debts. be they monetary um, or emotional or spiritual. I feel like what your grandmother is saying is when the opportunity arises, take that step and pay off another debt of whatever variety you may run into. And then I pulled the 8 of Fire, which is the B. And it says, you've been presented with many wonderful opportunities. This can feel stressful, but remember to be grateful for the blessings that you've received. This is just a reminder, I think, that as opportunities arise, take that opportunity to pay off that debt, no matter what kind of debt it is. It doesn't have to be money. It could be a soul debt or an emotional debt or a spiritual debt. But as the opportunity arises, pay it off. And this is just a little reminder that more and more opportunities are coming your way for you to achieve that goal. And then from the ancestors, I got Father God, Radical Truth. And it says it's courageous to be truthful with others, and that if you root yourself in the truth, you cannot fail. Basically, what this card is telling you is keep it real. I think that's what your grandmother's trying to say. Just keep it real. Take care of business. Do what you need to do to take care of business and keep it real. That's what I'm getting.
Oh, okay. Oh, Shannon's from New Zealand. I love those
Oh,
little
wow.
validations, don't you? Shannon,
Especially since I pulled an animal I didn't know existed.
that's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful. You know, that's exactly what I felt so
Oh, and their
strongly.
symbol is a kiwi.
Yeah.
Okay, now you know that came from your grandmother, because I had no way of knowing that. I didn't even know this animal existed. Wow.
So, Shannon, what I felt immediately, and just an immense amount of love. And if you could validate for me, were you two? I mean, she's making me feel like you two were close. Am I off on that? I'm just feeling closeness. Like she she's telling me I adore her. I love her so. And I loved her in my life on planet Earth. I want her to know that there's no okay. She wants me to say there's no distance that can separate us. There's nothing that can break the love that we have and have for each other. And she's saying, okay, you were very close. Okay, great. She's saying that she wants you to know that she is watching over everything that's going on in your life right now. She is proud of the way you've managed yourself with ups and downs, that it hasn't always been easy, but she wants you to know you are a very powerful soul. You are a very powerful soul. And you don't realize how much you actually bless others. She wants you to know this. She wants you to know that you are a blessing to those around you. And she's thrilled, she says. She said, I'm thrilled that she is kind and loving. She wants you to know that she notices that. She says, I want to honor her for that. I want to honor her for that. And I want you to know nothing can separate us, that I am a whisper away. Watch for my signs. The little things that you know came from me are most surely from me, and I'm with you. Whew. Wow. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. I just really appreciated reading that. She's a very sweet soul. So thank you
Mm-hmm.
very much, Shannon. Thank you. I'm going to pop back over to the live and say that I saw something from A come through just out of the corner of my eye, and now I lost it.
She said, "Thank you both. And yes,
Oh,
I've been looking for job opportunities. So I'll
okay.
focus on my
Good.
career."
Good. And she says she's going to work on her soul purpose. Oh, you know what?
That's great.
Just invite it. Just invite the guides to
Yeah.
help you with it, and they most surely will. So beautiful,
Yeah.
wonderful. And you are
Get a
very,
journal, get a little notebook, something. Just, every day write a little something down.
yeah.
Something to be thankful for,
And watch, your
something
guides
you
will bring you.
desire.
Your guides will bring you things. It might be a book. It might be a deep show on TV that has some spiritual value. You might get some from it. Just keep your mind open. And if you get a little nudge for something, go in that direction. And
Yeah,
you're
because a lot
very welcome,
of times
Shannon.
spirit will show me things in movie scenes.
Uh-huh.
It's like somebody will ask a question, and when I go into it, suddenly the movie scene will play in my head. And I'm like, in the beginning, I was like, what are you showing me this for? And then it dawned on me, okay, the meaning in that scene has meaning to the reading, and
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
because they know that I'm a visual learner. So they knew that was the best way to reach me.
It's true. The guides will work with you in the ways that you can recognize the most. So,
Right.
I get music.
Yeah.
I
I
get
get
songs
music
all
sometimes
the
too.
time. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got to roll along here. We got Jenny Berlin. She has a question about her granddaughter. Will my granddaughter, Brooklyn, oh, I love that name, very pretty. Will she be okay? She's 5 and has Asperger's and hasn't started school yet. Okay. All right.
It can be scary, speaking from personal experience here with a family member, when your child has Asperger's and they first start school. It's really important to make sure that your daughter, son, whoever your granddaughter comes from, that they research the schools in the area and find the right kind of school that's going to help, that's going to be have the ability to deal with children with this issue, because they can open up doors for them that maybe a regular classroom can't. And I'm just, like I said, speaking from experience with a family member that
Mhm.
their child was not doing well in school, and they found a little charter school that's all they dealt with were kids along that spectrum. And within 3 years, the difference in this child was night and day. Absolutely just jaw-droppingly night and day. And he wound up going into the gifted program. He's getting ready to graduate from high school. He's smart as a whip.
Mhm.
It truly opened doors for him that he got into this special school that helped him deal with what he was dealing with. Um, so that's just, auntie to grandma here. Have them check into the schools.
Okay, well, while she's wrapping up the cards there, I'm going to step in with a little grandmother advice and a little story. Being a grandmother, that love you feel for your grandchildren is a very powerful, strong love. And I have grandchildren who love to do wild and crazy things. My little granddaughters are slalom racers on the ski mountain here. My grandson did freestyle skiing, which is wild. And now he's going into football. But the one thing I learned is keep your energy positive around them. Don't let any anxiety or fearful negativity come from you to them, because I'm telling you now, they're protected. I was in a band and our keyboard player had Asperger's, and he was the most talented keyboard player I ever knew. He could pick up a song in a heartbeat. And he loved playing music and he was appreciated. And I love him dearly. And I miss you, Sean, wherever you are. I just wanted to put that in though, because that is a lesson the guides have taught me. Don't send negative energy, only see positive energy and surround them with love and light. And
Absolutely.
have you got your card, girl?
I do.
Okay.
Started with the 7 of Earth, the cow.
Oh.
I love this picture. Like, hey, what's happening? It says plan, know your resources, make the efforts to invest in what is going to bring the best rewards. Again, I spit out of my mouth what I was feeling before I even pulled the cards. So this is backing up what I was saying. Check your resources, check the schools, make sure that she's getting the best start in education that she can. And then I pull the 5 of Water, which is the dragonfly. And it says that if you focus on the fact that Source loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you, a positive outlook makes it easier to recover all of life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. And that's where that planning, that knowing what's available, that's where that steps in. And then I ended with the root of fire, risk it all. And it talks about embrace personal freedom, follow your passion, be curious. Encourage your granddaughter to be curious. The root of fire is also called the African dream root because this ancestor comes from the plants and they want you to explore your passion with enthusiasm. And so it says, stop tiptoeing around. You know what needs to be done. You know what advice to give. You don't have to browbeat to give it, but just be very firm in that. Let's start her on the right steps from the get-go.
Wow. That's beautiful. And Jenny, how very lucky she is to have you. Beautiful. I wasn't saying you were negative. I'm just putting that out there. That may be out there for some other grandparents out there as well. But it's something that was a powerful message from me. And she is so blessed to have you watching over.
Absolutely.
Being her best friend. So the guides directed me to Oracle cards this time. And this is the Healing Waters Oracle. One of my favorites.
I love that deck. I have that one.
And the card that I drew after shuffling was N Call. That's a beautiful, beautiful card. And it says healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose. It's a very powerful card. I'm going to look this up real quick because I want to make sure I have the message that they want you to get. So bear with me just a moment. Oh boy, they helped me open it up fast. Okay. I'm just going to select what they, oh my gosh. Okay. According to tradition, children born and call have second sight and gifts of healing. In Scotland, they were seen as good omens, and fishermen sought out birth call as an amulet to protect them from drowning. In ancient Egypt, they were believed to be the future priests and priestesses and priestesses of the community. This is the card of the healer, the seer, the wisdom, the keeper, and the mystic. Perhaps one is already on this path, or perhaps it's something new for them. The healer, the shaman, the medicine person knows that it's through facing their own shadow, taking their own deep healing journey, that they can return to guide others in their healing. How beautiful is that? So that's a very powerful card, Jenny.
That's awesome.
Very powerful card. And as I said, she's really blessed. You two, obviously, we know we all decide to come here together. And so you two are there to unite and protect each other and love each other. And I'm from this card, she has a very special purpose. So she's very intuitive, you say? Okay. There you go. Well, just go forward in faith that she's going to be surrounded and cared for. And thank you very much. That was a pleasure to read for you. All right.
Absolutely.
Wow. Powerful readings today. I just really feel
Mhm.
lots of chills. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm plugged in directly to a power plug. It's like
Energy today. And we do feel that. We do. That's no lie. Okay. Imelda. Imelda, hi. She has a question. I've trying to console my niece Alex. Her boyfriend of 4 years moved out. Oh, while she was at work. Oh. And now a coworker is spreading rumors about her. She has lost 11 pounds in 2 weeks. Oh, we lost Shari. Oh my goodness. The energies must have been really high. There she is. She's back.
sorry,
Okay.
my son poked his head through the door, and I didn't want to interrupt your flow. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's the question. There's the question. And you want to help her. All right. We understand that. Wow. 11 pounds in 2 weeks.
yeah, I can do that. Could use that one.
Okay.
I'm more likely to be the one to gain 11 pounds in 2 weeks.
Okay. Alex. Her name is Alex.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to go ahead if that's okay, because it came through
Go
so
right ahead.
strong. I got to get it out. Um, um, the first thing I heard about when I came in and asked, they had a message specifically for Alex. So they said, this is your wake up call. Sometimes guides say things that we think are kind of out of the ordinary, but that was very strong. They are letting her know that they're surrounding her with love, that she has guidance, that this is a wake up call to embrace and truly love herself. Embrace and truly love your soul, Alex, because you are precious. You are precious. And they're showing me green now, which is a sign of spiritual growth. And they're encouraging her to grow spiritually. This is a time when you will receive growth that will enlighten you and give you greater respect for yourself. They want you not to focus on the harm that was done, but the opportunity that is given. This is your opportunity now to honor yourself and know that you are truly worthy and that your purpose is a grand one. And it's very special now to take this time and pay attention. Don't listen to the voices of the world. Don't listen to anyone else that has negative message for you, because you indeed are surrounded by love, and your purpose is joy, and your purpose is respect for your own soul. Whew. Okay.
Very good. Well, I started out with a 7 of water, Maine Coon kittens.
I love your cards.
This is the best deck. I swear, this is the first time I've used it. I mean, I just got it. It says it's time to stop procrastinating and make a decision so that you can move forward. So this is what you tell your niece. Okay, Spirit has let you know that this is a dead end. So get moving. It's time to move forward.
Yeah.
And then I pulled the Sun, which is the bluebird. It says plans will work out well. They will bring happiness, prosperity, and success. That you'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you
Yeah.
so richly deserve. So that's the promise of what's coming when you quit procrastinating and you just move on with your life. Okay, it hurts. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be upset. That's normal. Let it go. And then I pulled the creature of air, speed. And it says, if make a decision, speak your mind, slow down and make aligned choices. Your passion and confidence are clear. It says air ancestors are the most analytical. There's a difference between being assertive and arrogant or out of control. And so what I'm feeling like this again is just kind of emphasizing what came from the Maine Coon Kittens. Make a decision, move forward, be decisive. You know, you don't have to be ugly. You don't have to drop yourself down into their level and do the rumors and the name calling. You're above all of that.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody says something, you just simply say to them, yeah, I don't like spending time in the gutter. So let's just move on.
Yeah.
And point it out that, you know, they're the ones in the gutter, not you.
Well, Imelda has commented that, and we missed this, sorry, when we started reading, but that's okay. She's a nurse at a hospital. That explains to me a lot about how the spiritual growth was indicated. She's obviously a very giving person, giving. And now it's time for her to give to herself that love and care that she's so good at giving to others. That's the word. Wow, that was powerful too. Man, I'm going to have some more tea. All right,
Yeah.
we are at the hour. Shari, are you okay for a couple more questions?
I'm good for a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to try to do 2 more. I'm going to go to, and I don't know how to say the name, Sarapi Kumari.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And I just want you to know that welcome, and you're new here, and we're happy to read for you. So give me a minute to drink some tea.
I think that's Indian. Is that an Indian name? Are you from India?
So.
It looks like it. You'd think I'd be able to say it. I work with so many people from India.
It's a beautiful
Over
name.
half of my faculty are Indians. So.
Oh, really? That's
it took me a while to learn to say a lot of their names, and some of them still have nicknames because none of us can say their names. It's like those letters don't go together. I'm sorry. It just I can't make a sound out of that.
Okay, so will I work in the same company where I am currently working till this year? Okay. I'm going to go to the tarot cards. That's what I'm being led to do.
Yep.
We'll get down to the nitty gritty for you. Sarabi job. Sarabi job. Okay. How you doing, Shari? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're starting with the 2 of air, dachshunds. Our little dog is half dachshund and half Yorkshire Terrier.
Aww.
He's a dorky. That's what they call them. He's our old man, and he's cranky and fussy all the time, and he's almost 15 years old. So, basically this says procrastination and worrying about what others will think can impede you in your job.
Oh.
You focus on what you need to do and what will make you a better employee. So this is just letting you know, keep your focus on what's important.
Mm-hmm.
What's meant to be will happen. You just have to Focus on the important things that you do. And then I pulled the 10 of water, and we got prairie dogs. And it says, express your love and appreciation for family, whether if it's a chosen family or your birth family or just close friends. The more that you express your gratitude and your joy for being around them, the more that comes back to you. Because what you put out comes back tenfold. And so you want to keep yourself, always want to keep yourself in as best of a positive space as you can. Now, the last card I pulled is the Deviant. Basically, this is the Tower in tarot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it looks really scary because things are in chaos, things are falling down, things are on fire. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what am I going to do? Again, focus on what's important. Do your job to the best of your ability. And even if you don't stay with the same company, I see some real progress happening here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this tower is. It's taking away what doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let it all fall down. That's cool because it's not important anymore. Instead, focus on what's important. Express your care and the way you feel about the people you work with and your family. And don't procrastinate. Don't worry about it. Just let it go. What's going to happen is going to happen. And it's going to be for your betterment. Just, again, like I was telling, now I'm going to go blank on the other lady's name we just read on. Just focus on what it is you need to do. And don't let yourself go down in the gutter where they are. So,
wow, that's interesting.
the better you get at your job, the more that you do, the more jealousy will show up in areas that you don't expect. Just because people are like, well, she's getting all the breaks. Why am I getting breaks? Because you're not manifesting breaks. So you have to put your focus on the right thing. And I think you're going to keep going, whether if it's this company at another position or a better company.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your options open and just do the best you do.
Okay, interesting how we both got the similar message. I drew 4 cards while you were reading. And Sarabi, the first one was the Page of Swords. Now, this can indicate the environment that you're in, perhaps there. It can indicate that there might be some gossip in the company that you work for. It might indicate that there's some very ambitious people, or maybe you're the one who's really ambitious. Okay, so we're going to go with the next card and see how these all play together. So those are the things that this card means. The next card is Temperance. It's a beautiful card. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is about patience and balance. It's about self-control and knowing your purpose. It's a beautiful card, and it's a beautiful message, and it's given with love. I always feel love when I draw this card because it's the guides, it's spirit telling you to take that time to have your balance and to be patient. Okay. Next card was the Hanged Man. Okay. So the Hanged Man is not a bad card. It's about transition, though. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. Okay, so these cards are telling a story perhaps of the journey that you're on and that may come up in the future. Okay, that's the Hangman. Now, the last card I drew was the Nine of Swords. So just like Shari was saying, this card may indicate that you may have to leave. This card may indicate that it might not be healthy for you to stay. Okay. And I'm just going to give it to you straight because this is what they give me. Don't hang on and experience lack of sleep and anxiety and suffering and worry. There will always be a way for you. There will always be an answer for you. You just need to ask, have faith, and look. Now, for right now, though, they're sending you love, Okay. They're wanting you to look inward. They're wanting you to look at things from a different perspective and to go forward in confidence and faith. Okay.
Absolutely.
And, if things change, there are many jobs in my past life that I thought was terrible when
Talk about.
and then I look back and go, wow, I'm so glad I took that turn in my life. Really.
Well, there's so much that I've learned from past jobs that I had. It's like what I do now, I
Hmm.
never went to school for. It was
Yes.
all learning it at different jobs, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here,
Hmm.
and now I'm able to do what I do fairly confidently. I mean, I still have moments of doubt, but we all do. That's normal.
It's
We're
a
human.
journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. And know that it is, but also know that you are loved and you're surrounded by guides and angels that are there for you at any moment, at any time. And feel free to reach out and ask them. Many times I just look up and go, okay, what's this all about? And the answer may come right away, or it may come in a different way, and you'll see it, you'll know it. But they always answer. They do. Okay. Final question of the day. You got time, Shari?
I do.
One.
I can do
Oh,
one more.
here we go. KK. I love horses, KK.
Mhm.
I love that icon. It's beautiful. KK says, could I please get guidance from spirit guides and angels on what's ahead for the next couple of months? Also, is my sciatic pain just physical or energetic as well? Thank you.
It's both.
Okay.
I
Yeah, and I must say, I must preface this with the fact that, obviously we're not doctors, so we're not going to give any specific medical advice, but we certainly can give you advice about the energies of things.
and I
So,
can tell you personally what I go through because I have the same problem.
oh,
And it's both. So it's yeah, I have my back broke. So,
oh, bless
it's
your heart.
in many,
I've
many,
had
many years ago. So
Mhm.
um yeah, I have days I can't get out of bed. It just is what it is. Learn to deal.
So I'm going to the live. I'll watch for your comments. KK, let us know.
Let's see what I get here.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready, Shari.
All right. Let me get this one more shuffle here
Okay.
so that I make sure they're good and mixed up. Ooh, okay. Well, I have pulled 3 repeats from cards I pulled earlier. King of
Well,
Water, the
mhm.
Penguin. It says warm hearted, devoted, loving, faithful. This is part of that energetic feeling, but this is what surrounds you. It can feel like it's not there because the physical can sometimes get in the way. But know that energetically, you are always, always, always surrounded by love from others, love from source, love from family, from friends. And then I pulled the 6 of Earth, that kiwi bird again, which I think is hilarious. Um, and it talks about your success and prosperity. And that can come in so many different forms for success and prosperity. Um, but it says to be sure that you share that wealth with others. So even when you're hurting, even when you're in a lot of pain, if you still focus on doing for others, a lot of times that pain will dissipate or at least go down to a level that it's manageable. Um, that's something I've discovered when I finally opened the door and walked back into this, was that as I did it, a lot of my pain became easier to manage. And then I ended with the altar of fire, good juju. So take it from someone who deals with the voodoo and the hoodoo on a regular basis. Good juju is what we all want.
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming right at you. So whether if it's going to physically help you or just emotionally help you,
Yeah.
it's all tied together.
Yeah.
Um, because the physical can be dealt with when the emotional and energetic is feeling fulfilled. It,
Beautiful.
it will help to outweigh the physical.
All right. Thank you, Shari.
You're
Well,
welcome.
KK, and tuning to, I'm trying to kind of tune in and read your energy and your auras. And am getting the feeling, and I'm being encouraged to speak out and say that consider that you may be pushing way too hard. The guides are giving me this message like you are a very strong person, you are a very capable person, and they're wanting you to know that in all things there is a purpose, that you are not being punished, that you have not done anything wrong, that these are things that teach lessons, life lessons, spiritual lessons, personal lessons. I'm feeling that you are not a person who asks for help easily, that you take care of business and you don't feel the need to draw other people into to helping you. And they want to encourage you to relax, to take it easy, to step back a little. Step back a little bit and let yourself heal. And don't let anxiety about healing come in, but know in peace and love that just a gentle walk, a soothing bath, just that personal love for yourself. And they're really pushing this in my head is that ask for help. When other people help you, it blesses them. Don't be
Hmm.
afraid to ask for help and say, or maybe say, I can't help you because I need to take this walk or take this bath or, oh man, I just saw a jacuzzi. Take a jacuzzi.
Oh boy,
Get
that
that.
sounds really good right about
Yeah,
now.
sounds great. Man, wow. Okay. But that's what your guides are encouraging you to do.
Yeah.
And they want you to know that they're there for you every step of the way and that it's okay to change course. That's what they're saying. It's okay to change that course. You're not doing anything wrong. And that true love and true care for yourself like you would care for someone that you were helping. And that's what they're telling me to pass on to you. And oh my
Yeah.
goodness, look at this. What's she say? I hardly ever ask for help.
Yeah.
There you
Can
go.
I make a suggestion, KK? And this is just Sherry to KK. Look into taking some Tai Chi classes or some
Oh, Tai Chi
Qigong
is good.
classes
Hmm.
because they're, yes, it's a form of martial art and it's mostly working with energy from Father
Yeah,
Sky, Mother Earth, and bringing that energy, collecting that energy and bringing it into yourself. But
beautiful.
it also teaches you how to make more fluid movements. I was a tomboy. I played sports. I was athletic. I was like a bull in a china shop most days. And when I first heard about Tai Chi, and then someone said, well, do Qi Gong, because that's what helps people who have disability issues and back issues.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness. It was night and day. A whole world opened up to me in a
Beautiful.
way that now I can, and it's just 5 minutes a day, just very simple flowing movements of
Hmm.
lifting and raising your arms or bending or lifting your legs. And you don't have to do it very far. I took a class, a physical class, just before the big C hit. And one of the ladies in the class was in a wheelchair. So she
Oh,
was chair bound. But
wow.
honey, she could move those arms and kick out those
Oh,
legs.
yeah.
She had it. I mean, you could see the energy just flowing
Wow.
around her, even though she was chair bound and couldn't get up and
Yeah.
function the way everybody else
Oh,
did. But
yeah.
that's just look into it. Your local
Mhm.
um, you know, YWCA or something, or your local university may
Mhm.
offer free classes.
Yes.
You know, some of the some parks have like
Mhm.
free classes that they'll give people. You know, you can take tennis or kung
Sure.
fu or whatnot. You know, check and see if somebody's teaching it. If not, you can go onto YouTube. There are some marvelous Tai Chi teachers on YouTube. I've got probably all their
Oh, yeah.
videos
Oh,
downloaded.
I get so much
And
from you.
you can follow right along with
Mhm.
them. I mean,
Mhm.
very simple from beginner to advanced
Right.
as you move up.
Yes,
But
and it's important. That is important.
yeah,
Also, I'll tag it at the very end, ground. I go outside
yes.
and with the purpose of grounding barefoot and stand in the grass and draw up. I give the earth any negative energies, work with your energies. I feel like that's really great advice, Sherry. Just that energy. Send the
Yeah.
negative energy into the earth and then pull that positive energy up into your body
Yeah,
and
because when you're
receive
doing
that.
that Tai Chi and you start moving and you're pulling and you literally at a certain point you feel like you're holding a ball in your hand.
Oh,
You
yeah.
physically feel the energy ball. There's
Mhm.
nothing. People look at you and think you're crazy if you say, "No, I'm holding my energy right now." They're like, "There's nothing there," but you can feel it,
Yes,
you
indeed.
know, and it's powerful. Yeah, it really is. And
Beautiful. I love that. Well, thank you so much, and thank you, everyone. My goodness, and thank you, Sherry, for being so gracious with your time with us
oh,
today.
you're welcome.
We had so many questions, and we did the very best we could. If we did miss you, as Sherry said, she'll be on again. And if you want to say that one more time, Sherry, I'll bring up how
Yeah, I'll be doing personal readings tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Central. It's the Night Owl Slumber Party, um, and it's just an anything goes evening. Um, Helen Irish Granny Tarot will be a special guest tomorrow night. So who knows what we're going to talk about or read on?
I don't
It's
want to miss that one. I
that's
will
just.
just
I
yeah.
mean, we did nothing but ghost stories.
Mhm,
Different people chimed in on different ghost stories that they've encountered, and
mhm.
I did a week when I came back from California. That's all the show was the California trip and all of the things that happened from the moment we left Louisiana, got to California, and then went back to Louisiana,
Yeah,
and all of
wow.
the near misses and almost and just one thing after another. And I know all the way home, I kept telling my son, Michael and Gabriel are riding shotgun back there, so we're good. You know,
Oh,
I could
don't
feel
love
them. You
it.
know, so
That's
yeah, I mean,
great,
it's just an
Sherry.
anything show. I
Beautiful.
tell everybody, wear your jammies. I usually wear my moo. I'm, it's
Okay.
like I'm ready for bed when I do it. So
All right.
be
So if you
comfortable.
want your reading read by Sherry, she'll be doing
Yeah.
that. And you can book a reading with Sherry at
Hmm.
swampvoices@gmail.com.
Just put
And
reading in
yeah,
the subject line so I
cool.
spot it right away.
There you
And
go. All right. Well, I do live readings every Wednesday, and you can
mhm.
come and jump on board then. And I do those at 5 Eastern. And I also have a show coming up. Let's see, is this on Friday? Yes, the Psychic Triad. That's
Ooh, that's
myself,
a good one.
Sun Psychic Jean, and Terry Suzuki of Kigaru Spiritual Journeys.
Both of them.
We are called the Psychic
Awesome
Triad
mediums.
because we train together, we learn together, and we get the psychic bounce together. So we
Oh
would love
yeah.
to read for you then. That's Friday, the 24th. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. The 24th
It's
already.
next week.
And that's 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, 2:30 Mountain, and 1:30 Pacific.
Pacific.
And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that at purevisionariepsychic.com. I give hour-long readings, and you can schedule them on that. I just want to say thank you again, Sherry. What
You're
energy we
more than
had
welcome.
today. That was amazing. And if you're new to either of our channels, please subscribe and please like.
Yeah.
That gets us out and you'll get notifications if you
Go in
click
and
the
leave a
little bell.
comment after the show is over on our
Oh,
channels.
yeah,
That boosts the algorithm and it helps. When
it
we say
does.
it's boosting the algorithm, it helps push the show out. So if somebody that comes in and they hit the search and they're just looking and they don't really know what they're looking for, If they
Mhm.
put in the right keyword, boom, our channel will pop in their face.
Yeah.
And we may be just exactly what it is that they're looking for.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just never know. So,
Beautiful. All right. Wow. Well, it's really been a very powerful show, and I'm so excited
yeah.
about it, and just want to thank you all
I
so
still have
much.
the hair standing up on my
I do
arms.
too. It was great energy, beautiful messages. Thank you for bringing us and giving us the honor to read your questions. And we'll do it
Absolutely.
again. And I always have something I say at the end of all of my shows. My guides told me to say it. And it's very important to remember that you are loved beyond measure. Don't
Yep.
forget that. You're precious.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye, everybody.